welcome back to my channel. As you can kind of tell by the title, I'm doing a little different today. So there's this new tag going around Instagram versus real life. So I decided that I might as well do that too, because you know, I flex for the gram too. I do, I'm not gonna lie. I guess my right side, i.e. your left, is gonna be my Instagram side, and then my left side, i.e. your right side, is going to be my real life side. I'm sorry if I sound raspy. My allergies decided to like come back from hibernating and now they're just all over the place. So let's go ahead and get this started. So like always, my eyebrows are already done. When it comes to my Instagram face and my real life face, my eyebrows are always the same. I use my MAC eyebrow pencil and I am in the shade Stud. So I went ahead and I primed both of my eyelids with my Essence eyeshadow primer, and then I went ahead and I set that with some setting powder, like I always do. So for my Instagram side, I'm going to go in with my Anastasia Beverly Hills Modern Renaissance palette. I've been loving this palette ever since I got it, and I pick it up a lot actually. So first shade I'm going to be picking up is Burnt Orange, and it's this shade right here, and I'm going to put that in the crease of my eye. I'm going to pick up Raw Sienna, and I'm going to put that right on top of that transition color. I'm picking up Realgar, and I'm going to put that in the crease of my eye just for some pop of color a little bit. Next I'm going in with Cypress Umber, and it's just this very dark brown, and I'm going to put that in the outer corner of my eye and a little bit into the crease. Everything together. I wanted a little bit of black, so I just went into my Morphe 35W palette, and I'm just taking this really matte black shade and putting that a little bit into the outer corner as well. I'm trying to be smoky. I don't even know. I had no plan, even, for what I was going to do for my eyes, so. Going back into the Modern Renaissance palette, I'm going to take this shade, Primavera, and I'm going to put that all over my lid. I cannot stand when people talk outside my window. Like, outside my window isn't even a good spot. Apartment problems. Now I'm just going to take the shade Golden Ochre, and I'm going to put that under my brow bone. For the reality side of my face, on a day-to-day basis, I don't even use eyeshadow. I just go straight in with some bronzer, and I just put that in the crease of my eye and just all over the place, just for a little bit of a wash of color. So I'm just gonna go in with a fluffy brush and just put it on. I love bronzer as like eyeshadow just in the crease for a wash of color. It's just very simple, and like I said, day-to-day, you know, I don't really feel like pulling out eyeshadows or, you know, trying to figure out what palette I'm going to use. So just for some warmth in my eyes, I just take my bronzer. Now I wear wing liner no matter what, so I'm just going to go ahead and wing out both eyes, and I'm just going to use a liquid liner. This is by Ico. It's their That's Where I Draw the Line eyeliner. Wing liner. I think it just goes well with my eye shape, so I'm always putting on wing liner no matter what. If I'm doing a glam look or if it's just everyday out the door type thing, I'm always doing wing liner. Not only am I always doing wing liner, I'm basically always wearing lashes too. On my Instagram side, I'm going to use a pair of dramatic lashes. These are by Kiss, and I don't really know the name of these, and I think they're kind of discontinued, so I'm sorry, don't kill me, don't kill me. But I'm going to use these on my Instagram side. And then on my real life side, I just go in with a pair of Wispies. These by Ardell. They're really natural, so they're not too much, and they just work perfectly with every day. So that's all I can do with my eyes right now, so we're going to go ahead and move on to the face. So for primer, I always prime my face with my NYX Angel Veil primer. It's my go-to, like always, so I'm gonna go ahead and put that all over my face. It's an all-around great primer. Great primer. For foundation on my Instagram side, I'm going to go with my MAC Studio Fix Fluid Foundation, and I am in the shade NC50. And for my real life side, I'm going to go in with my Maybelline Fit Me Matte Plus Poreless Foundation, and I'm in the shade Coconut. Oh, I don't even need this much because it's only half my face. Oh dear God. Keep forgetting that I'm doing half my face one thing and half my face another. I'm not used to this. I'm not used to this. I don't ever do this. I like my MAC Studio Fix if I want that nice, really full coverage, whole shebang type of makeup, and I like to use something that looks really good in pictures. I like to apply my Studio Fix with a brush. I feel like it gives the better coverage. Oh, I keep forgetting this is only half my face. Oh my God, I have foundation everywhere. I like to use the Maybelline Fit Me foundation on everyday types of days because it's buildable coverage, so it's pretty medium to full, so I can really control how much coverage I want. And it's really lightweight, which is the main thing I like about everyday makeup, is that it's lightweight and you don't need to cake because it's just looking natural. Concealer on my Instagram side, I'm going to go with my LA Girl Pro Concealer in the shade Cool Tan. And for concealer on my real life side, I'm going to go with my Maybelline Fit Me Concealer in the shade 30 Cafe. I like to use the LA Girl Pro Concealer for the maximum coverage. So, you know, I really want my under eyes to be very concealed and very bright. So I'd go in with not only just this concealer for its coverage, but this shade to make me really bright under my eyes and just really bright and highlighted. Now I use the Maybelline concealer on an everyday basis because it's a lightweight concealer. It still has good coverage, but it's not as full as the LA Girl one. So it's perfect for just an everyday look. You can kind of see the difference between the two. I'm going to cream contour my Instagram side, so I'm just going to use another LA Girl Pro Concealer just in a darker shade that's like 3 shades darker than me. This is the shade Dark Cocoa. Just going to use a brush to blend that out. On my Instagram side, I'm going to set all the areas that I highlighted with my Airspun loose setting powder. And on the real life side, I'm going to be using my Wet n Wild contour palette, and I'm just going to use the yellow shade. Everything needs to be set really well and in place, so I like to go in with my loose powder for that because I know it won't budge or do anything like that. So now for my real life side, I really like using this Wet n Wild contour palette, especially the yellow shade. Like, the powder is a really good powder, and it's a very neutral yellow. Like, it's not a white bright yellow, so it gives me a little bit of highlight, but it's not too much. And it's really quick and easy because it's just in a palette that I can just like flip up and open, so it's really quick. For my Instagram side, I'm going to be setting my entire side of my face with my Black Opal Deluxe Finishing Powder. And on my real life side, I'm going to be setting my side with my Maybelline Fit Me Matte Plus Poreless Powder in the shade Mocha. This Black Opal powder is just really, really good. Makes me look really airbrushed. If you watched my Top 10 Under 10 video, you know how much I swear by this powder because how well it makes me look airbrushed, and it looks really good in photos. And usually every day I'd pick up pressed powder just to do all over my face because it's quick. Again, you can just pop it open and then get to work. It's not too much of a hassle having to open up the powder and pour it out and then put it on. It's just too much. It's just too much. For blush on my Instagram side, I'm going to mix 2 shades. I'm going to mix these 2 shades right up here and pop that on my cheeks. And for my real life side, I'm going to be using the Wet n Wild Color Icon Blush in the shade Mellow Wine. I usually add a little bit more blush when I'm trying to be super glam. Not too much blush, but I do add a little bit more than I would on a regular basis. I like to use Wet n Wild's Mellow Wine because it's very subtle and it's not too much blush, as you can tell. For highlighter on my Instagram side, I'm going to be going in with my Anastasia Beverly Hills Glow Kit. I'm going to be mixing these 2 shades, Moonstone and Summer. And for my real life side, I'm going to be going in with my Wet n Wild highlighter palette in the shade Sangria Castles. Now, when I'm trying to be glam, you already know I look like a disco ball. That's a no-brainer. the highlight is on and popping. I tend to go very excessive with my highlighter, but you know, whatever. And I like to use this Wet n Wild highlighter on an everyday basis because the color is just really bronzy, so it's a really natural glow instead of like a nice beaming disco ball type of highlight. So I like to have a little bit of glow, but it doesn't have to be blinding on an everyday basis. With this e.l.f. contour brush, I'm just going to go back into my Modern Renaissance palette and just put all the matte shades that I put on top and put it right on the bottom on my Instagram side. On my real life side, I'm going to go in with a different e.l.f. contour brush that's clean, and I'm going to go in with my bronzer and put that on the bottom lash line. Inner corner on my Instagram side, I'm going to go in with this shade Vermeer. A nice bright inner corner highlight. I live for a really bright inner corner highlight. I think that just kind of ties the whole eye look together. And I tend to go overboard when I'm doing really glam looks anyway, so this is no surprise. Then for the inner corner on my real life side, I'm just going to go back in with the same Wet n Wild highlighter that I used and just pop it in. It's still pretty eye-opening. I still like a nice bright inner corner highlight even on just a regular day. It still brightens up and kind of opens up your eye a little bit, so I still do that. It's just not as intense as this side. To line my lash line and to tightline, I'm going to be using a black kohl liner on my Instagram side. My time with this because my eyes want to act special. To line my waterline on my real life side, I'm going in with a brown kohl liner instead of a black, and this one's by Rimmel. Brown is just not as intense as black, so it still gives you a little bit of color, but it more so opens your eyes. For mascara, I always use the same mascaras. It just never changes. This is the Maybelline Lash Sensational Mascara, and I'm just going to pop that on the upper and lower lash. Gonna quickly bronze up both sides of my face with my Covergirl Queen bronzer. I usually do this after I set my whole face, but I don't know, I forgot. We all make mistakes, so it's okay, but we're gonna bronze now. I was looking at my face and I was like, my face does not look right. Like, it just, something's missing, and I have no dimension. That's how I knew I didn't bronze. For lips, on the Instagram side, I'm going to line my lips with a burgundy lip pencil, and I'm going to put on Colourpop Ultra Matte Lip in the shade L.A.X. And on the real life side, I'm going to line my lips with a dark brown lip liner and apply the NYX Soft Matte Lip Cream in the shade Stockholm. Obviously tend to go for a more bolder lip to pair with the eye look. I usually would fill in with the dark brown lip pencil and then I'd add Stockholm on top of it. I just like the combination of the two. This is actually pretty hard to do. This was hard. This was hard.